Yeah. Get up.
What is up, Togs? We're out here doing a video on the Fat Bob. If you haven't already watched the video where we take the Fat Bob home, this is a continuation of that same trip, but because we're out here and we're riding, we're making more videos because we make good use of our time on the bike as far as taking care of the channel and serving you guys up some fresh content. But earlier this year, this is 2019, I believe in March, the state of Utah officially made, all the way until 2022, lane splitting is now legal in Utah. Now, to me it's a little funny because in Utah, you know, I don't believe they have helmet laws, and if they, maybe they also changed that you needed to wear a helmet now in Utah. I don't know, but the last time I was in Utah, there was no helmet law. You know, you'd see people riding around without their helmets on, and it's just weird to me. But anyway, what I wanted to talk today about was lane splitting. Because it's a new thing in Utah, and because some of you, it's illegal in your state, or maybe you've transplanted to a state where it is not on the books, because I know that there are at least a dozen other states in the United States that allow lane filtering and lane splitting, because it's just not written into their laws that it's against the law. But I know that it is forbidden, as in it is illegal in most states in the United States. So let's talk about the difference actually between lane splitting and lane filtering. Now, it would be not safe and illegal to start filtering right now. And what filtering is if you've got, you know, you're driving around in slow traffic and the cars are moving and you're just kind of weaving in and out of cars. That is what lane filtering is. Lane splitting is what you do when you're riding the line, when you're riding this dotted line here. Maybe at a stoplight when traffic is stopped and you want to get to the front of the line, you would split lanes to get to the front. It's where traffic is stopped and you are splitting the two lanes. Now that's the difference between lane splitting and lane filtering. Now, if you've ridden in a state or in a country that allows it, you've probably done a lot of this because it's very convenient on a motorcycle, right? To lane filter and lane split, because, you know, it puts you out in front of traffic. You don't have to be like caged in or boxed in by cars. It's a freer way of traveling, right? Because you're not restricted to, oh, you know, hit traffic stops and now I've just got to stop with everybody else. If you're on a motorcycle, you're free to split here in California, Utah, and then in many other states. It's not patently illegal. It has been codified into your laws. So on the topic of lane splitting, what I wanted to talk to you about, if it's new to you in your state or you've moved to a state where it's new, let's talk about lane splitting and how to do it safely, and likely how are you doing it legally. So in California, safe lane splitting and lane filtering should not be done if you are traveling faster than 30 miles an hour. Also, you should never be traveling 10 miles an hour faster than what traffic is going. In Utah, it's 15 miles an hour, I will say that. And I don't know in Utah if there's a max speed that you should be traveling at. But I will put a link in the description to Utah's laws, as well as California's kind of like guidelines as to how to safely lane filter and lane split. If traffic is going faster than 20 miles an hour, in California, you should not be lane splitting. I'm not a great mathematician, but what I can tell you is if traffic is traveling at 25 miles an hour and you're not supposed to be going more than 10 miles an hour faster than traffic, that would be 35 miles an hour, which is faster than you should travel if you are lane splitting. So again, that's not written in there, but doing the math, if traffic's going faster than 20 miles an hour, then you should not be lane splitting. Now, will you get pulled over in that case? I know for a fact because I've done it where we've been going a little bit faster than 30 miles an hour while I've been lane splitting. And, you know, I've gone right by a policeman, and I've, you know, maybe if he had seen me or he wanted to, he could pull me over, but I have not been cited or given any warnings about that. But, you know, just to be safe, I would say just keep your speeds at a manageable rate, just to be safe. Now, one of the other things that maybe you didn't know or you didn't realize is that if you're in your rear view mirror or ahead of you, you can see someone splitting a lane. Now, this isn't a good example because there's only one lane I can split right now, or one avenue for me to split lanes or filter. If someone's splitting a lane in traffic parallel to you, so if we were on 3 lanes here and someone was splitting the lane on the right side of the cars here on the right of me, is you don't want to split the lane parallel to that person, because what happens is one of you is going to be in trouble, because a lot of the times what's going to happen is when you're splitting lanes, cars are going to move over. What potentially could happen is that the cars can move right into you or right into the person who's splitting in the lane parallel. So if you are riding and you wanted to, let's say I wanted to split lanes here and there's 3 lanes of traffic, but you see someone in the far lane already splitting, don't do it. If you've got to, you know, if I've got to cut in through here and get into his lane and split in the same lane, that's fine. But all these things, you just want to do with extreme caution. Another one of the things about when traffic is moving faster than 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, and you're splitting, is that people want to change lanes all the time because they want to get in the fastest lane. And that's just a recipe for you to go head on into a parked car, basically. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you've got to weigh, is it really worth it for you to save a couple minutes and split 2 lanes of traffic that are moving pretty good already? Like right now, you know, it's 40 miles an hour. I've seen guys split traffic at you know, highway speeds, and that I'm sure they could get pulled over for, and I'm sure it's not safe. So that is all I wanted to talk to you guys about today as far as lane splitting goes. If you have more tips or you have questions about lane splitting or lane filtering, maybe, like I said, maybe you've moved to a state where it's legal now, or you're not sure if you're one of those states, I'll put a couple of links, like I said, down there. One for California, one for Utah. And I'll also put a link to an article where I found a lot of great information on lane splitting and lane filtering. So, like I said, if you've got tips for lane splitting, leave it in the comments. If you have questions, also leave it in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And if I can't, hopefully someone in the commenting community can answer it for you. But guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get ready. I'm that one guy, and I am out.